Most AI apps look impressive at first, but they can't actually do much. You vibe code an app, it looks slick on the surface, but it's basically empty inside. I just found a secret hack that solves this. Imagine plugging your AI app into 8,000 plus tools and unlocking over 30,000 AI automations. All of that instantly with no code. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So we're inside of Emergent. This is where we're actually going to begin building our app. And basically I could come here and just write a prompt, just like any of these other text to web app builders. But let me talk about something real quickly. So not only can we actually build an app, but we could actually create an AI agent inside of our app. So as you can see here, if I come and just click this create your agent button, you could see that we could actually define our agent's role and personality, map out the workflow and logic, and add guardrails for better decisions. So you can see right here, there's a research agent, and we could just come and click on create agent. Here is where we actually configure the agent, and I'm gonna show you later on in this video how to do this. So make sure to stick through to the end so you could see exactly how to configure this. So without further ado, let me actually come here and write out a prompt for me to begin building our app. Here we go. Build me a landing page for my newsletter called AI for Non-Techies. When a user signs up to the newsletter, we want to actually call the Zapier MCP server to do a few things. And stay with me, I'm going to explain this. 1, send a welcome email. And 2, add that person to the newsletter user's Google Sheet. So you could see probably a scary word here, Zapier MCP server. Let me quickly explain what this means. So we're making a landing page for our newsletter, and when somebody signs up, we want to capture that email and then actually send a personalized email with Gmail, as well as add them to a Google spreadsheet. In order to do this, we need to actually connect something called an MCP server. And let me quickly explain what this is. So imagine your business is like an office building. Every time someone signs up for your newsletter, it's like handing you an envelope with their email on it. Normally, you'd have to run around yourself and drop that envelope in the Google Sheets department and then walk over to the Gmail department to send a welcome email. But instead, you have a mailroom clerk. And that's exactly what an MCP server is. You just say, file this in Sheets and send them a welcome email, and it's handled instantly. But here's the wild part. This clerk already knows how to work with 8,000 apps and perform over 30,000 plus actions. And this is due to the Zapier MCP. So whether it's Sheets, Gmail, Slack, or even your CRM, the MCP server connects all of these together behind the scenes with zero coding required. And I'm gonna show you real quickly how to set this up in minutes with no technical skills needed. So back to actually building this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this advanced controls here, select MCP tools, and I'm gonna add a new MCP server here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to Zapier MCP, which there's gonna be a link in the description to use this. You're gonna click on new MCP server. And for the sake of this, I'm just going to make the MCP client OpenAI API, and I'm gonna call this newsletter MCP, create this MCP server. And guys, this is gonna be super simple, just bear with me. So now you can see we actually have these different tools. So these are kind of the different actions that you could have your mailroom clerk actually do for you. I'm gonna click on add a tool, and I'm just gonna click on Gmail, and you could see we could find emails, add labels to emails, create drafts, send emails, all of these things. We could go ahead individually add these, or we could just add all of them. And you just simply need to add your account here, which is simple in like 2 steps. Click the add all Gmail tools, and now our app actually has the ability to do any of these actions. And let me go ahead and do the exact same thing for Google Sheets. Boom, and now we could actually perform actions across Gmail, Google Sheets, and so many other different applications. You could see you could come here and enable any of these, but we're just gonna start with that. Next up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this connect button here. I'm gonna come back to Emergent and basically write out a few things here. So I'm just gonna call this Zapier MCP server. So what we need to do is we actually need to configure this JSON here. So as you can see, I have this written out here. There's gonna be a link in the description to actually get this exact same template, and you just need to copy and paste a couple different things from your Zapier MCP account. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to Zapier MCP, copy this URL here, and we're gonna paste that URL right here inside of these little brackets. And then we actually need to copy this secret here, and right after where it says bearer, you're gonna delete this, and you're actually gonna paste in that key. That basically gives access to the server. Then all you gotta do is click verify and save, and it will actually save this server. So now that we have that server set up, all we have to do is literally just toggle this on, and we could just click send, and it's gonna go off building our app. So now that the hard part is done, let's actually go ahead and just build this app using Emergent. All right, so here is where things get fun. You can see that our agent is actually running, and it's going through, it's been doing this for a couple minutes now. It's going ahead and actually checking everything. So perfect, the emails are being saved to the database correctly. Let me see if the Zapier MCP integration is attempting to run. It's returning a not acceptable. So it's actually finding ways to to get around these errors and setting everything up correctly. So now it looks like the email is actually being sent. The Zapier integration is now working, and we should be on our way to actually building our app now. All right, so after a couple of minutes, Emergent actually created this for us, and now we have our landing page here. You can see that it says it's working correctly after it went ahead and tested it. Let me go ahead and open it in a new tab to actually try this out. We're gonna change the way the user interface looks. I'm gonna show you a quick hack on how to make it look a little bit less AI generated, and I'm gonna show you that here in a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna put in my email, I'm gonna click on subscribe, and it says welcome aboard. Check your email for a welcome message and get ready to master AI. So let me go over to my email address and see if I've received this email. As well as I should see an update here inside of this newsletter user's Google spreadsheet. And boom, just like that, we got this email. Welcome to AI for non-techies. It was sent from my email address since I configured that in the Zapier MCP. And here we go. We have this nicely laid out, very simple email. I could customize this however I want. However, I didn't even give it any instructions and it came up with this output here. Let's just go back to Emergent. And there's a couple things I want to mention now. So if we come over to Emergent, there's few things that I want to actually showcase. So there's a couple different options here. You can see we have multiple different agents. So we have stable and thorough, we have fast and flexible, and then we have an agent built specifically for building mobile apps if that's something we wanted to do. Also, we have access to all these different large language models, Claude 4.0 Sonnet, Claude 4.0 Extended. This is 2 times more expensive, but it is much better at actually building full entire applications, especially if you have a lot of code to interact with. And then GPT-5, which is in beta, that you could also use. Something else I want to mention is you could actually use ultra thinking. So if you actually get stuck on a task, for example, say it wasn't able to do this, you could just click on this ultra button and it should be able to think through and reason through more complex coding tasks if this doesn't get the job done. So now I'm going to show you how to make this landing page look a little bit less AI generated, and this hack is going to blow your mind if you haven't seen it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to 21st.dev, and this is a platform that actually allows you to implement user interface components into your app, and you could see there are a whole bunch of different things here that we could actually just copy into our application. So let me go over to heroes, because this is what this is called. This is called a hero section of our landing page. And you can see we have a bunch of different options here. Which one would I like to move forward with? Let me look through and see which one I'd like to go with. So I kind of like this. This looks really cool. You can see it follows my cursor. I like the way the text is actually designed here. Let me go ahead and open this component, and literally all I have to do is click on this button that says copy prompt, and it's going to turn this code into a text prompt that we could actually bring to Emergent, and I'm just going to paste that in, send that off to Emergent, and it should begin actually implementing this. All right, and take a look at this. This is the landing page that we have now using 21st.dev and Emergent. So look at this little cursor drag thing here. This does not look AI generated at all. So I hope this hack is valuable for you. So look, we have AI for non-techies here within this cool little text box. We also have this master AI without the tech jargon with this little animation here. You can see as I scroll, it scrolls with it. And then we actually have this email box here that is actually like this ChatGPT like text prompt where we could just add our email. And I even added these reader testimonials here that just basically show this scrolling effect for the different readers that we have for our newsletter. And then we have this footer here. And all of this was done very quickly with 21st.dev, simply just copying a prompt. Basically it's saying, I want you to add this here. And it goes ahead and does it in a flawless manner. And now all I have to do is come here and just type in some email. So testing123@gmail.com should now sign up. And as you can see, the welcome email now actually will be triggered and sent, and it'll also add it to our Google spreadsheet. All right, so next up, what I want to talk about is the fact that we could actually add our own agents inside of Emergent. What we could do is we could come up here and basically come up here and click on agent. You could see I created this design agent, and if I click on it, I could actually take a look at the specifications. So if I come here, you could see that I actually added this prompt. So you are an AI coding assistant specialized in front-end development with UI and UX design. So basically, we could write in any instructions here on how we want this to act. So whenever we're using Emergent, we're texting within this text box here. If it basically identifies that this is a design task, it will go ahead and trigger this specific agent and will act specifically however you want it to act. If you take a look, you could actually see that the testing agent is actually running right now. So if I open this up, it could actually go ahead and test. This is basically the agent that tests and make sure our app is actually working. So it's even taking screenshots here to make sure that everything looks proper. And you could even see the different tools that each of our agents have. So if we want to add specific tools, we basically come in here and we could basically just enable any of the tools tools we wanted to have. So as you can see, there is a specific tool here called Perplexity Deep Research Tool. So let me take a look at what this does. So it does in-depth research on programming topics, like having a research assistant who specializes in technical information. As you can see, the fact that we have these specialized agents directly inside of Emergent is extremely powerful for helping us build full-on applications inside this platform. All right, guys, there we have it. We build a fully functioning landing page and app here using Emergent and Zapier MCP. There are so many different use cases that you could use the Zapier MCP for. You could have it send Stripe links. You could have it pull information from Stripe. Basically could do anything across 8,000 different applications that it integrates with. And hopefully by now you got to see the capabilities of Emergent and how you could actually begin vibe coding full-on applications using their agents within their platform. With that being said, guys, I hope you got some value. There's a link to use both of these in the description. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.